The Cebuano artist is well known for its great musicians and performers. Today, let's learn from the experiences and stories of one Cebuano who has achieved much success in the expression of her art, taking her musical journey from within the country into beyond borders. Let's learn from Ana Feji. Ako si Paolo Varela. Mabuhi ka, Cebuanon! Firm, aggressive, and known for her curly hair, she is an epitome of a true artist. This woman, who hails from Toledo City, has risen to become one of the country's diva, whose star shines brighter than ever. We have with us today a powerhouse performer, Ana Feji. Hi, Ana.
Hi, Paolo. Thank you so much for having me in this show. I've seen a couple of episodes, and I was hoping for me to be a part of this one. Thank you for...
Well, we're very honored to have you here with us. Of course, in the times that you do get to come back to the Philippines, especially here in your home, Cebu.
Always nice to be home.
It's definitely. All right, we have a lot of questions. We really want to delve into you, your life, and your career, and how your experiences have developed you into who you are.
Paolo, I have so many stories to share.
That's great. That's great. Very excited. Let's start from way back.
Way back.
Here in Cebu, how did it start? How was life
Oh
growing
my
up?
goodness. I learned my passion in singing when I was in Andres Soriano Memorial School in Lotopan. I graduated high school there in Toledo. Sa mga Toledo. Di ako nagsugod. I started there like joining singing contests with the help of my music teacher, Mrs. Loyola, Mila Loyola. And that was the time that I really realized that I want to perform. And from there, when I came to the city to mag-college na ko, I went to San Jose and I met Dr. Espina. And Dr. Mila Espina was the one who gave me my first break in doing musicals, Sound of Music.
So even then, even with your education, performing in the arts was already a huge part.
Yeah, it's so funny though, because when I was in college, when you ask your teachers, you know, like if you want to pursue a dream like performing or singing, and then you are in the middle of your like college siguro, and then at that time something was telling me na I want to go to Manila and I want to pursue singing and performing. I want a target, pero napa ko second year irregular, and I was also full scholar of Dr. Mila Espina, and I was telling her my calling, and then she said, I was expecting her, of course, as my dean, I was expecting her like finish her studies. Yes, we should finish our studies, and that's the thing that I will advise our young generations now, finish your studies, because that's one thing that no one can take it away from you, you know. But at that time, Dr. Espina maybe she saw something special in me na, like a drive force, whatever, na kanang, go ahead, I support you to go to Manila. But she still advised me to finish my degree. But she said, if you have that calling to go to Manila, go ahead, I will support you. So I went there, I have nothing in my pocket. Nothing. And no plans at all. I just went to my tita, who's like a cousin of my dad, whom I didn't even meet. I just met when I went there. Just really guts and lots of dreams and prayers.
Was there a reason why you went to Manila?
Just to fulfill, just to really
look
like,
for opportunity.
Yes, look for opportunity. But before that, actually, I met someone who I worked with na a corporate event. Gitawagan ko sa ABS-CBN Cebu to do this corporate event for Bayer Philippines, and then I met one person. His name is Jose Marie Magpayo, and then he was based in Manila. And then he said to me after my performance, he said to me, "My dear, if you happen to plan to go to Manila, call me. I'll give you people. I'll give you someone, you know." So after a year or two, I really thought, "What you kalimot niya?" I was holding
when someone tells you that, it makes you think.
And then I was keeping his calling card, and then 2 years after, a year after, I decided, yun nga, nananghid ko ni Dr. Espina. I said, I want to go. I was like, what's your plan? I said, honestly, I really don't know. I have no savings, I have nothing.
It's a full-on attack.
Yes, it was just like a calling. So I went there. I was living with an aunt, and I was living day by day, like asking my dad sometimes, Pa, pwede po ba ng 500 for a whole week? I am nothing.
It's an artist struggle,
yes.
basically, as you started out.
Yes, and I remember also like practicing how to call Jose Marie Magpayo, you know, like, sir, do you
really?
remember me 2 years ago? You invited me like this and like that. As soon as I called him, he remembered. I said, this is Anna. Oh, Anna Marie Feji? Yes, I've been waiting for you. Are you here in Manila already? And then he was the one who introduced me to Bibsy Carvalho, who managed me for 5 years. But Paolo also, something happened to me in high school also. I had the chance to work with Smoky Mountain.
How did that turn out? I mean, working with Ryan Cabiab.
Oh my goodness, it was more than a dream come true for me. Tito Ryan, I must say, Tito Ryan was the one who actually gave me the confidence to move on. Because Mr. C is Mr. C.
Yes, exactly.
He's responsible also with like
So
why
many careers,
I'm so
that's
like
true.
pushing me so much. So I should give the credit to him as well.
Asa sa iyo, nagtatanong lang naman ako.
Armed with guts and talent, this Cebuana singer successfully worked her way to become one of the glories of the country's music industry.
I've learned so much with that journey, with that 5-6 years of being in Manila. But the one thing also that made me learn is that you can never please anyone, but if you want to please someone, it has to be yourself, especially with performing, because it comes out. If your goal is to please people, it's just alone, like pleasing other people, I think there's a tendency for you to like mawala ka eh. I think for you, you have to really like feed that hunger in yourself.
Yeah, but you're also a performer. As a performer, that's just what you do. You please everyone.
You please, yes, that's right.
Yes.
You please other people. But it's also like, I think it's all about balance. You please other people, but at the same time, you have to learn how to listen to yourself, feed that hunger as a performer and as an artist. Because honestly, genuinely, you will entertain people if you see that you are really like doing what you love to do. Like, gikan gid sa imong kagalingan, but instead of like, this is what they want me to do, okay, I'll do it. You feel like a puppet sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. But if you also listen to yourself, like kanang unsa gisulti sa imong self ba, and then be sensitive after that, listening to yourself, be sensitive with others, then I think there's balance in there, right?
So in a way, can you consider that was a challenge in terms of your individual identity? Because as a performer, you have the tendency, yes, like what you said, there's a difference between being an artist and then being an entertainer.
Yes.
So, especially if you have the drive in you, particularly you, Anna Feji, you did get to put that name up there on the Philippine national scale in terms
Yes.
of entertainment. You did a lot of gigs all over the Philippines,
Yes.
but that's just the Philippines specifically.
Yes.
That's just geography. But as a performer, you wanted more.
I wanted more. That's the reason why I left. Because I felt like I was so busy. I did a lot of things, but I was hungry. I was starving as an artist. Like, some things, like, I felt a little empty. So I went out of the country
Even
looking
with
for
national
that.
success, even with that?
Yes.
Really, yeah, of course. You can't limit yourself, particularly as an artist. You have to be insatiable. Is that why that you really want?
I
Did you
think
have
so.
that insight? Did you really want to go beyond the Philippines?
I had no intentions of going beyond the Philippines, but I just felt at that time, I felt a little empty. I don't know why. So just like how I felt when I was here in Cebu, I must say there's so many people that were responsible of why I became successful here in Cebu before I went to Manila. I was doing jingles with the help of Elvis Somosot, Dr. Espina was helping me, Perito Luwilier, a lot of people here in Cebu. Why did I still push myself to go to Manila? you know? And then it's the same feeling I felt when I was in Manila. It pushed me to go further.
Especially for a performer. I mean, you'd have to say, a performer can't just settle.
Yeah, I know.
You have to just keep going at it.
It's not that I'm not contented, but I just seek for growth all the time, especially if I feel a little bit comfortable already with my area. If I feel comfortable, karang di na kay kukulbaan, I question myself, okay, I kind of like, what's next?
Oh, that's true. As a matter of fact, when it comes to being a performer, you just have to keep doing at it.
Yeah.
That's what we are learning here from Hannah Fizzi, of course. And a lot more we will find out as she moves further outside the boundaries of the country when we return here on Mabuhi Ka Cebuana.
Sa tanang dapit nga ako napunta, ang tumang kaanyag ni saknit sa akong mga mata. Ika ba iluko pa ba kining yutang pinangga, nga ginikanan sa ubos kong harana. Cebu yutang pinangga, dinhi silang ang kahayag, alang ning mga mata. Cebu ni anang dagat, ang kagawasan na imugso ug dinhi magbata. Way kabangis sa manubig mo nakahulog, karon ang anak ni ining kabukiran. Kapatagan, nagmahal kayong kanunay sa kinabuhi ug kagawasan. Cebu ang imong yuta, pagtulog sa manininggaray, dinhi gituyan kong namutahon ug mag-ibig sa handungmanan ko. Way kabangis sa manubig mo nakahulog, karon ang anak ni ining kabukiran. Kapatagan, nagmahal kayong kanunay sa kinabuhi ug kagawasan. Cebu ang imong yuta, pagtulog sa manininggaray, dinhi gituyan kong namutahon ug mag-ibig sa handungmanan. Cebu ang imong yuta, pagtulog sa manininggaray ko.
Anna is uncomfortable if she feels comfort within her zone, having been continuously seeking self-actualization and nurturing herself. This time, Anna left for Hong Kong Disneyland, where she worked as Nala of the Festival of the Lion King. But truth be told, Anna did not leave the Philippines with nothing. Still with Anna fever, she left the country at the peak of her career.
Di ba't laging sinasabi mo na ikaw lang at ako?
I just remember na it became an everyday struggle for me. I just woke up in the morning and I felt empty. And then I said, you know what? You feel blessed of everything that you have right now. Just do your job. And then the next day, I still feel empty. I thought that emptiness is just like a certain feeling na wala rin eh. But it became an everyday. So I think as soon as I finished my contract with Bibsi Carvalho, that was the time that I started thinking about going out of the country. And then,
It's like a new chapter.
yes. And then I worked with a director. His name is Bobby Garcia. Many times. I did a lot of musicals with him. Sa Manila, Dreamgirls, Rocky Horror Show, Ren, Jesus Christ Superstar. He was the one who, he's responsible of all the musicals that I've done in Manila. And then at that time, he was helping the Hong Kong Disney. And I told him about it. Like, Bob, I want to get out of here. Can you help me? What do you mean? I said, I'm interested in working in Hong Kong Disney. And he was shocked. He was like, are you sure? Like, what? I can offer you like Nala for Lion King. It's like, but are you sure? Like, everything's, happening. Everything's good there in Manila. I said, yeah, I think I want to get out of the country. So he flew me. He flew me, or I think the office. Basta I flew there, and then they introduced me to at that time, Bago pa man. And my sister Jing was the one who opened. So she was one of the original cast of Lion King, and I was there, and I completed 3 contracts there. And for me at that time, I felt like it wasn't a job at all. It was for me a vacation. It was so easy. For the first few days, siguro, it was a challenge. I was in a learning process. But as soon as I did that job, for me, it was a time for me to spend, nakaspend ko more time with myself ba? Thinking more, like writing songs, and like, it was a vacation for me, the whole 3 contracts.
So during that time, the obligations that you had here in the country, I mean, you
I
let that
left it.
go.
Yeah, I let that go.
You let it go.
I let it go. I let go of, like, when the Anna Fedri happened in Manila, the good, the advantage part of it is sometimes you are treated like karang special gani. But when I left, that's one thing that I kind of like. I really took time for me to adjust. I had to sink it in na, hoy, hindi na ka na Fedri dire sa Hong Kong. Pareha sa tatanan dire, we're the same. But I was fine with it. I was living like, it's an everyday work.
If I could, I'd try to know you.
Anna would constantly mount that she journeys her life with no plans at all. She ended her 3-term contract in Hong Kong Disneyland and went back to Cebu to continue her mass comm studies.
At that time, after completing a couple of contracts with Hong Kong Disneyland, of course, you worked with a lot of Filipinos also as performers.
The same, Paolo. The same feeling. The same feeling sa akong na-feel sa Cebu, going to Manila, Manila going to Hong Kong. Hong Kong, after my 3rd contract, I said, I don't want to do another contract anymore. Where am I gonna go? So I said, I should go back to the Philippines and see. No plans at all. I don't plan, I just get whatever that's being given to me. So when I went back to Manila, it was hard na because I left na good. I left. So coming back, it was not the same as how I left Anna Fedri, like So I'm like, okay, that was the time that I thought I should finish my degree because I left na second year irregular. So I said to Dr. Spina, I think I want to finish my degree, la Bachelor of Arts, major in mass communication. So I said, okay, and they have this program called ATIAP, and they offered it to me, so I got interested. So I think Dr. Amparito heard that I wanted to finish my degree. She was telling Dr. Spina, I want to finish also, Anna. So I graduated being an Aleph scholar. So I finished my degree. After I graduated, this audition for cruise ship happened. I don't plan things, they just come my way.
But you always take yourself in terms of your decision making as the things that you want to do.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It's not what
That's
other
true.
people want to do for you. I mean, whatever path that you've taken, by far, has
Yes.
been your decision.
Yes. Yes.
Very admirable for an artist, of course. I mean, specifically, you don't even leave things unfinished.
Yes, it's actually taking one risk at a time. I don't think it's like I leave things unfinished. I finished it. When I see growth, because I don't leave contracts like unfinished. I finish contracts, but I question myself all the time before I renew, do I want to do it again? You know what I'm saying? I finished my contract with Bibsi, I finished my contracts with Disney, and then before I signed another contract, I asked myself, do I really want to renew? But then it's time for growth, so I leave.
Bawat kwento ng pag-ibig
After completing her degree, Anna auditioned to be a cruise entertainer at the prestigious cruise liner the Royal Caribbean International, bringing world-class entertainment to international guests on board.
wari walang hanggan.
It wasn't planned at all. A friend of mine called me, there's an audition for a cruise line, and I didn't even know I don't know what to expect. So at that time, it's like, oh, I like auditions because you get to feel that kanaganing kulba, excitement and challenge at the same time. And I like putting myself in that kind of situation just to remind and parang test myself ba. So I auditioned, and two of us got the position, the highest position in the singers category. They call the position featured singers. Two of us passed the test out of the many people na kailarasan ko nila. But two of us, Ruben Laurente, the former member of the company, and I. And up to now, the two of us are the only people who are Filipinos who got the position. Most of them are coming from the States, either in the States or UK or Australia.
International standard.
Yes, they're very strict. So, usa na naka nice experience, no? Ikaduha, it makes you life in the ship. Being a seaman is like you get to save. Because, asa man ka punta? I mean, there are ports where you can enjoy, but for that span of time, morning till night, there's only so much that you can do. You know, so at the end of the day, you can save. And third, you get to travel for free. I've never dreamt in my life to be able to explore 23 countries? 23 countries for 4 months, is that true? Yes.
So you had within that 4 months, of course, with Royal Caribbean.
Yes.
Wow, so it's a steady job for a performer, ideally. And you get to expose yourself to an international crowd.
Yes. Yes, and then the
And then you
challenge.
get to travel.
Yes, and you get to experience and learn na. I've learned that the Cebuano crowds are the ones that are really hard to please.
Really, no? Really? You can say that.
If you know, yes, if you know how to sing, they will really like applaud mo. Applaud yun sila mo. Kung takpak sila mo, that means you really know how to sing. That's
is
what
here.
I know. Yeah, here in Cebu.
For some reason, we have the best singers, we have the best performers, we gotta say, here in Cebu. And we also have the hardest crowd. We always hear that. That's true.
Yes. I've learned. Like being able to perform for people from different countries. I've learned that.
Why? Why do you think that's so?
I think because Cebuanos, we are so...
Ang ngilingig nga.
No, I
Agad
think we're
nakita
just
mga-
really close. Kanang, kuan lang kita, we're musically, kanang, saan ni? What is the term? Musically inclined? Like, we're really into music. And then we know, kinsa yabag, kinsa di yabag, kinsa tikasan, kinsa di tikasan. You know what I'm saying? So, we see it.
Well, as Cebuanos, I think that's still a very nice quality.
Yeah, I think so too.
Definitely, but it's tricky. It's a tricky thing for a performer, especially if you're from Cebu.
Paolo, that's why every time I finish a contract, I love coming home. Because I want to test myself, like, let's see. And do a little shows here and then, here and there, and then I see, you know, that's how I test myself. I want to challenge myself every day.
But the most beautiful moment she encountered while on board was when the day she met the love of her life.
I remember trying not to stare the night that I first met you.
On that day, Anna started tuning her life with the person closest to her heart, Adam Brown. And on August 20, 2012, they finally chose a life full of musical rhythm as one.
But I thought I loved you then. And now you're my whole life.
Can you say that working in cruise ships has been one of the best decisions for you?
Yes.
Especially because this gave you the opportunity to meet your
Not
future
just
husband.
that. I was about to say that. I was about to say that. Not just being able to travel, not just being able to sing and continue performing and get to save, but it was the place that I met my fiance, and I'm very lucky and really blessed, and I'm very excited to continue this next chapter of my life, like sharing music and performing together. Because he was my musical director, and he plays the drums.
So you served on the ship together.
Yes.
Performed together.
Yes, yes. And we've been together with all the drama on the ship. So, oh my goodness. We continue our journey sharing music together, wherever life would take us. We are very opposite. We are very opposite, but we're very similar. It's like a puzzle. Two puzzles can't be the same. Hindi sila mag-convince.
So it's just a good partnership.
Yes.
Definitely a good partnership.
Yes, he's a planner, I am not. I go with the flow. But I'm a big thinker. He thinks like this every step of the way, the process. You know, he's very calm and very serious. I'm very bubbly and very sabaan.
How did that turn out?
There was no like love at first sight, because when we met each other, I was in a relationship, but it was already like rocky for such a long time. And then he knew that I was in a relationship. He was not interested. As a matter of fact, when we started working, I thought that he was arrogant. And hopefully in a few years, God would give us and bless us a child or two. Yes, because at the end of the day, the reason why we are bonded together and get married is to make a family, you know. But music will always be part of us.
And that's something that your kids will definitely have great talent, you'd have to say.
Yes.
Wow. So the next generation, Anna Fed.
Yes.
How many children do you want?
If God would give me one, such a blessing. Two, oh my God, more than a blessing.
A boy and a girl?
Sure! Sus, my goodness. Pero kung unsay hatag sa Ginoo ako, akong dawato mo, sus.
I have a few, well actually there are 8 questions. These are
Okay.
8 best questions.
Best.
These are the best things that you consider to be the first thing that comes to your mind. Say it out.
Yeah.
You can expound. Best thing about being a singer.
Best thing, travel. Sing, perform.
Best reaction received by a fan or an audience.
When they cry,
What's the best song? Straight up.
oh my God. Smile, smile though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. It's a song that, the first song that I started learning, but it's not the first song that I sang. when I heard it, I really fell in love with it.
Best time of the day.
Morning. I don't go out early morning, but I wake up like 7, 8 in the morning and enjoy my coffee.
Best place here in Cebu.
Cebu. Ay, here in Cebu?
Particularly here in Cebu.
Particularly Topan Toledo. I haven't been there.
Home.
Yes.
Home sweet home. of
Home sweet
course.
home.
Best thing you miss most when it comes to Cebuano food? Lechon. Best thing about being Cebuana?
We're very passionate, emotional, isog ta. A lot of people misunderstood our being isog, being aggressive, but actually we're really passionate. When we love, we're passionate. When we're angry, we're passionate. When we perform, we're passionate. We're really like emotional.
You're a Garbo sa Cebu awardee. How does that feel?
Oh.
Having the province, of
That's-
course, recognize your talent.
That's more than an honor for me because I have always been so proud to be a Cebuana. Cebu is home for me. Everywhere I go, I have traveled already and explored like many, many countries in the world. But then at the end of the day, I miss being home. And I always try to find time every after contract to come home. I love Cebu and I'm very proud to be a Cebuana. And I always bring it every time I perform whenever I'm out of the country. I don't say I'm a Filipino. I say I'm from Cebu, Philippines. I'm a Cebuana. I say Cebu, Philippines.
So that's how you bring out the Cebuana in you.
Yes, and then when I introduce, because there are a lot of parts in our production shows that we have to introduce ourselves, I always say Cebu, Philippines. Sometimes it's easier to say just Filipino or Philippines, but I always bring Cebu.
Yes. Because you bring out the identity of Cebu all the time.
Yes.
Wow. It's like a banner for you. Wow, it's great.
It's in my forehead. It's on my forehead.
A banner already. You do have you're an artist primarily.
Yes.
Even from the start, you always wanted to become an artist, a performer. Would you be something else had you not had that talent?
If God didn't give me this life of performing, I think I would be a teacher.
Teacher.
I would be a teacher, but still teaching music, still teaching, how, like especially kids, I want to teach them how to just bring out that confidence in them in performing. Yeah, I would be a teacher.
It's nice to note how important spreading what's inside of you primarily, instead of thinking about what tomorrow is going to bring.
Yeah.
It's what you can bring to tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's important to you.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
nice. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Thank you so much. As a matter of fact,
Oh, Paolo.
as a token of our love
Oh.
for our very own Ana
Red
Frenzy,
rose.
Red
This
roses
is like-
for you.
this
for
is
our
like my,
blushing bride to be. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for having us
Paolo.
here
Thank
today.
you.
Ana
Thank you
Frenzy.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
Ana
you.
Frenzy, mabuhi ka.
Mabuhi ka dun.
Salamat
Thank
din
you.
tayo.
Salamat, Chad. Thank you. Thank you.
A performer's world is unbound. The hunger for expression, insatiable. Whether it's music or any other form, identify yourself with your art. Share it. Never contain it. Be a true artist. Ako si Paolo Parela. Mabuhi ka, Cebuano.
At this moment that we're in, and I look at you and say, and I thought I loved you